What's up, everybody? It's your boy Danny J. Quick. Welcome to another episode of Color Commentary, where we give you views from a different side. I am back. I was on a little vacation, had to get my mind right. You know, we got comic book stuff coming up, so I took a little time off, but I'm happy to be back. I'm glad you all could join us. We are live right now on Facebook and on what is it? Facebook and YouTube. There's so many social media platforms out here, you don't even know. But we live on Facebook and YouTube, and we got a full show tonight. We're going to be reviewing Nobody's Fool, Tyler Perry's new movie with Tiffany Haddish and Tika Sumpter. We're going to be talking about the Nutcracker movie that nobody asked for, but we got anyway. We will also be talking about the team up, the Bucky or the Winter Soldier and Falcon team up for the new Marvel streaming service, which also nobody asked for. And we will also be talking about our thoughts on the upcoming Avengers 4 film. But before we do all that, let me introduce my esteemed co-host, starting with the man in the hat, the man with the superheroes gray on, Mr. Chuck Taylor himself. How you been doing there, cousin?
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Yes, I am Chuck Taylor, part on KFH Party Easy. I am here to get into a lot of fun topics. Definitely want to check out these Marvel topics. I was asking for that team up show, even though I wasn't really asking for it, but I'm liking it. So whatever they give me, I'm asking for it. Marvel, I wanted more, needed more. You see all the stuff back here? I think I need more stuff. But yeah, I'm ready to jump into this. I will be reviewing the Nutcracker. Yeah, it's that was a tough one, guys. That was tough.
It was a real Nutcracker.
He was just waiting. You had
to jump right into that, didn't you, sir? All right, but I'm good. How everybody else doing on the show today?
You talking to the people
watching?
To you.
I'm talking to you, Mr. Waters.
Everybody, that's new, man. That won't script it. We didn't plan for this. Start the show over again. I wasn't ready for anybody to ask me how I'm doing. Not Charlie, anyway. Hey guys, of course, this is Rashad, and I'm doing fantastic and getting better all the time. My movie was by the direction of Danny Quick, who then told us to watch the movie and then didn't watch it, because of course I would say that, because I'm the guy that calls out people all the time. My movie was Tiffany Haddish's and Tika Sumpter's new movie, Nobody's Fool. So I'll be ready to jump into that to you. Of course, I'm the owner and founder of Block Band Music and Publishing, a company that provides music and instruments to marching bands all across the nation. Let's do it.
Let's go. So which one of y'all want to go first? I want to hear about I kind of want to hear about Nobody's Fool first, since I did, request that we review this movie. Like Rashad said, I'm still gonna go see it, but I'm curious as did you at least like it? I saw you talking about it. It didn't seem like it was too consistent. It seemed like a standard Tyler Perry movie, really. So what did you think about it?
All right, so I got to in 5 minutes, got to get in my likes and dislikes. So
yes, all of that.
This movie basically like a C grade level. I'll start with that, and there's going to be a lot of spoilers in what I'm about to say here. The first thing you look at is, of course, this movie is about Tika Sumpter more so than anything else. So Tiffany Haddish is the character. She's not the main character, but she plays an important role, but it's really about Tika Sumpter, her trying to find love, really. But Tiffany Haddish's character is very important, and the whole first half of the movie, the whole first third of the movie is about her, kind of. And one thing that you realize is that, well, I don't know. I still don't know if she's funny. Cat Williams said it, I don't think she's funny. That's what he said. And I don't know that she is too. She's outlandish. Like, a lot of her humor has to do with the fact that she says some things that you shouldn't say, or people, just regular people, particularly regular ladies, just don't say. She wants to do things with you that you might appreciate, but perhaps not right now. You know, you have to watch the movie and then you'll see what I'm talking about. But you know, it does involve things that might happen when two people are in a car. But you know, it's just that it's outlandish, and I found myself just sitting and watching, and I felt like most of the people in the audience were just kind of sitting and watching her. But on the other end, there are some other places where it's like, man, that was funny. Like, Tiffany, you really stole that scene right there.
Mm.
There was many times where I was watching the movie and I was like, how long is this movie? Like, I could have sworn the movie was 3 hours long. It's like, gosh, man, I'm like, man, there's just so much happening. Like, let's wrap it up. You know what I mean? It's like when you're out and about with somebody and they can see you, but nobody else can see you, and you're like, just wrap it up, just wrap it up. You know, that's what I was saying to the movie screen. You know, but there was other times I was very much engaged in what was happening. I think that you may be divided a little bit as far as Tika Sumpter's character. So just to let you know, again, spoilers, the premise of this movie is the fact that she is in a long distance relationship with this guy that she's never met for like a whole year. And they feel like they're soulmates and they're very deeply in love. Then he disappears. I won't reveal how that happens. And there's this other guy, and she gets into a relationship with him. And so you might see her as being the bad guy because it's like, wait a second, like this new guy, he's been loving you this whole time, and you're going to treat him bad because he doesn't have the best record, you know, and you're going to go back to this other guy, you know. But think about that in real life, that if you were in a relationship with somebody, even though you've never met them, internet dating is real. You know, you can be in a relationship for somebody for a year, and it's very understandable that she might feel a certain way about the other guy. So you kind of have to see that, huh?
Rashad knows all about that.
Online dating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sure. So anyway, there are a couple things I didn't like about the movie. It wasn't just the movie itself. There's a couple of issues like I take personally. One of my main issues with it is it seems like in a lot of movies, a lot of black movies in particular, that the successful black character, the black male, is seen as being a bad guy. I don't really care for that. Like a lot of times they compare, like if you think about what's the movie? It's the one where where the bald dude like beats the girl up. You know, I think it's a Tyler Perry movie as well. Diary of an Angry Black Woman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are so many movies where the successful black guy, he's the bad guy, and that's exactly what you have in this situation too. It's like one guy is very successful, one guy has a criminal record, and he's trying to clean himself up. And there's no disrespect for the guy that's cleaning himself up, but I just don't like the message that it always portrays that the guy that's actually never got in trouble and worked his behind off his entire life, he's the bad guy. There's something wrong with him. He's arrogant, or he thinks he's all that, you know. And I just don't like that. It reminds me of same type of character from Jamie Foxx. Other things, I don't necessarily care for the fact of how white women are portrayed in this movie. There's only two white characters in this movie, and they're both weird. And I'm like, why can't they just be regular? Like Tyler Perry has some other shows, what is it? I don't know what the show is. She's got a couple of really good TV shows, but the white characters on those shows are just regular people, you know. And it seems like in a lot of his movies, if it's a white female in particular, they're going to be weird and goofy. Let them be regular characters and see what happens. And I think there was one other thing I was going to say about this movie, but I'll leave it at that. I will give this movie a check it out for yourself. I will say this last thing though. The mood of the theater when the movie ended, a lot of people were laughing and joking, so you could tell that a lot of people really did enjoy this movie. I thought it was decent, but some people will really like it.
What about Whoopi? Was Whoopi? That's besides Tiffany Haddish, you know, I was excited to see Whoopi Goldberg on screen. Her joke in the trailer was the funniest part of the trailer to me. She wasn't in a lot of it.
What was her joke in the trailer?
Where she was like this connection is really rickety, and she was trying to hide from her trying to hide from her, and she was like, but I'm here in front of you. This is not a connection. That was hilarious.
And that was the funniest joke in the trailer, and it was the funniest joke in the movie, and it landed. It landed so hard. I was rolling. Boy, like, I'm sorry. I can't hear you. I don't know what's happening right now. I apologize. That joke was hilarious. Yes, Whoopi Goldberg should have been in the movie a whole lot more than she was. When you saw her, you realize, the old school classic black female actress, comedian in that role, like somebody that's actually good at doing it. But that was Whoopi Goldberg. She was great, and really wish we could have seen more of her.
Yeah, I figured she wasn't going to be in a lot, but yeah, I still want to check it out. I could use a good laugh, so I appreciate that. I'll definitely try to get to it within this next week. I won't be able to talk about it on next week's show, but at least we'll have seen it.
Real quick before we jump on, I did actually watch a Tyler Perry Tyler Perry movie. It was the Halloween 2, the Halloween Boo 2, that one. That thing was hilarious. I was
again, Charlie's coming out with stuff that we ain't out there.
It's Tyler
Our picture
Perry.
doesn't reflect this.
In there.
That is start the show again. Start it again.
But I did want to know, how did my boy from Power do? Was he the guy that you said got missing? The light skinned dude?
No, he was the ex-con. That was working really hard, and man, his character was great. If you watch this movie, I promise you will be cheering for him the entire time. You really will.
Okay.
Ghost.
Yeah. Okay. He's a savage on Power though, but yeah, that's cool. I saw him on there. I saw him on the trailer. I was like, okay, I got a couple people I know up in this one. Tyler's building up. It ain't just unknown people he just have in his movies like he normally do. But,
there's a line in there where Tiffany Haddish is talking to him, and she talks about the other boyfriend, and she calls him Ghost because he's not around. You know what I mean?
Are you serious?
Like, Ghost? Yeah, exactly. He's Ghost, really? That's hilarious. I'm done.
That's cool. Okay, Chuck. So I heard you went and saw the Nutcracker. I hadn't planned on seeing this movie, but maybe you can convince me that it's worth going to see. I mean, what did you think of it? Was it good?
Was it good? Well, I originally had this on our schedule because we didn't have very much to watch this weekend, and then you brought up the Tyler Perry movie. I was like, okay, we checked that out. But yeah, I saw the Nutcracker, the Four Realms is what it's called. It was interesting in a way. I mean, it was boring. I'm gonna come off the gate. It was boring. Like, I think my kids probably gonna be bored, and they were bored. They're gonna be bored too. Like, so I don't know if it's going for kids or it's going for adults, but it didn't land on anybody. On the trailer, it kind of seemed like it was going to be like the Narnia type of movie, like Narnia and the Alice in Wonderland remake. I thought Alice in Wonderland remake was actually pretty darn good. The one that had what's your boy from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Depp was in there. So that remake was really good. Disney did a great job. That was fun. It was a good, fun movie to watch for kids and adults. This one, it had Morgan Freeman, the main star, Mackenzie Foyer. I don't really know. They said she was a little girl that was on Twilight. I was like, okay.
You know people's names. I want to wait for a month for you to learn people's names.
It had a brother on there. I don't know the brother's name, but I was happy he had a role. He was the Nutcracker, and he was on the screen just as much as Mackenzie was. So
really,
I didn't think he did he did okay for his I guess his character. Like he acted fine, but the movie was so just dragging. It dragged along, so I didn't even realize the boy was Nutcracker until like the end of the movie. I was like, oh yeah, the dude is supposed to be the Nutcracker. Okay. That's about
Spoilers.
all I could. I mean, they had the suits and everything on it, but
Spoilers,
it just didn't.
The black dude is the Nutcracker.
And we would have some adult humor on here, but yeah, the villain wasn't the greatest. The plot really was like, can we get to something else? I mean, I guess they have a little bit of a twist in there with the bad guys. you think it's one person, then it comes out to be another person. I kind of figured it out, but maybe the kids might be like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know," if they won't sleep or playing with their parents' phones at the movie theater. Through this movie, Morgan Freeman's in there for a hot second, so they didn't have to pay him nothing. But he did a good job for his 3 minutes that he was in the movie, just to let you know, because I know most of y'all ain't gonna see it anyway. I thought it was gonna have some more type of special effects, sci-fi type of thing, maybe some cool fighting. Yeah, it was pretty boring though. The Nutcracker people came out and they just, it looked like some Power Ranger stuff. You know, it wasn't very good at all.
Power Rangers, wow.
That's bad.
It was pretty bad. It was like then you would hit them and then like nothing, like they didn't do the sparks, but when you hit them, it's like the dude's like, oh, it's like fly back and fall down. It's like, okay. They do have some kind of scary parts, so that's why I was like, I don't know what kind of age range this is for, because some of these things might scare some of the kids. Like the way the Nutcrackers are kind of like them coming after everybody. They have these rats that basically like form up into this like super human thing. That was kind of freaky.
Voltron rat.
Yeah. So all these mice just gather around. They make some type of beast and they start fighting the bad guys. I'm like, it was like, I don't really know what they're trying to do with this movie, but it is what it is. Disney don't really care. They got all movies. They got a monopoly. They will do what they want to do, and they figure they're gonna throw something out right now to make some more money. So some people might see it. I wouldn't recommend it. Wait till it come on Netflix or HBO or something. Maybe you can check it out then if you really want to watch it. But I won't go to the theater. Too many good movies coming out to go see this.
Yeah.
So if you didn't see it the first time it come out, I wouldn't go back and look at it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the Nutcracker. So I would imagine, like, it can't be good if they didn't wait until at least Thanksgiving to put it out. It's a Christmas put out in October. I mean, like
they put it out in October, right after November. Well, it was November.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it came out this weekend. I mean, but still.
So yeah, it's right.
Yeah, it doesn't really. Yeah, I guess they had too many movies to show, but I mean, coming out. But I mean, definitely that type of movie is the one that you should wait till the holiday season to put out. I think it would have done a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they had some like the music. They did play the ballet portion really well. I don't know if y'all went and saw Nutcracker like most every elementary student does when they're in school. They go see the Nutcracker.
I've never seen the Nutcracker, but I know.
Never saw it.
But I know.
So they have a nice scene, and the girl that's playing the main ballet person, she was killing it. The play is actually better than the movie. I would have rather see the play. I was like, this play looked good. I was like, it's intense. They got rats and stuff coming out the bottom. I was like, okay, this play is pretty on point. The movie, however, is not. So I guess it's played off of like the story from the end of the original play. And this is like the daughter of the mom that went in there before. I'm assuming that's how they were trying to portray it. I had to kind of look that up because I didn't really understand it until after I kind of searched. I was like, oh, that's what they were doing. They didn't do a good job with that either. So bad Disney, bad. Go stick with other movies. But that's all I got on that one.
Well, Disney made a bad movie. I mean, it's not the first time. I'm sure it won't be the last. But let's go on to some
Last Jedi.
Y'all want to talk about? No. I'm not gonna do that, Rashad. Last Jedi was a great film, and we're not going back to last year.
You about to bring that up again? Do we have enough? We done did like 3 videos of this movie.
Really? Jeez. But y'all want to talk about Avengers next, or no? Let's talk about Cap and Winter Soldier and what's his name? Falcon. So from what I understand, they put so Disney has a new streaming service that they're coming out with. They're gathering all of their intellectual properties and they're developing some new content specifically for their own streaming service. And one of the ones that they talk about doing that they're already developing is a Falcon and Winter Soldier team up series. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't personally want to see it at all, but I understand them wanting to create content that is. So the bigger thing for me is this: them announcing this means that neither Cap or Bucky, neither Bucky or Falcon is going to be Captain America. So that is the one thing. And then number two, they're either about to really take on this whole cinematic universe into a serialized storytelling thing, like they were trying to do with the Netflix shows, but they really didn't, and Shield and all that stuff. But they never really fully did it. So oh, wait a minute, cancel. My computer crashed. But they either that or this Infinity War thing is about to really break into like alternate universes, and they're just gonna have shows everywhere. So I don't know. What do y'all think?
I mean, with me, I'm thrilled. Like because I guess another service that comes out needs to have content that's going to make me pay for it. So I think Disney's hitting it out the park because they're giving the fans what they want. A lot of times people wanted, people to have their own movies, and it's just not enough in the budget for everybody to have a movie because they already bring out 3 movies a year, and having their own Winter Soldier movie or Falcon movie, even Scarlet Witch, Loki movie. Everybody really likes these characters and wants to see them more developed, but they can only play who they can play in these Avengers team up movies. So I think, to me, having some of the top end, well, not say top end, but the B characters in a lot of the movies, having like a 8 to 10 episode series can really help us kind of understand them better. They can go down other storylines, bring different characters that maybe they interact with in the comics with that they might not bring to the big screen. Maybe interact with some of the other shows like Shield and Daredevil and some of these other shows that they could bring over. I don't know if they want to do that or not, but and also on the streaming servers, they can also be a little darker on certain people. Because I know Hawkeye, they talk about Hawkeye having his own series as well. So yeah, Bucky and Falcon, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, and Loki all being announced as having 8 to 10 episodes each. So like a spinoff show just to kind of showcase their talents and kind of a little bit more of their background. So I'm a fan of it. I think it's going to be really big because to me, the way Marvel is nowadays, you can't really get too much of it. A lot of times, like there are a lot of platforms that is on, but as long as it's really good content and people really enjoy, they spend a lot of money on developing the show. Because I heard they were spending like $100 million on some of these shows, like the Game of Thrones type of money. So they're not gonna short changes. They're gonna put good graphics, good good choreography. You won't see Iron Fist type of stuff. If somebody's supposed to be able to fight, they'll be able to fight. So they're putting their money behind the thing. So I definitely see, hey, this is gonna be good. I'm excited about it. So what about you, Rashad?
You know what? When you said that, that's probably the reason why they started this whole thing. They probably were sitting watching Iron Fist and be like, "Oh no, 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 no." we just gonna have our own series.
No, they saw Luke Cage dab. They saw that dab that he did. It was like, cut it out. We're not doing it no more. We're taking it over.
They saw the ending of Luke Cage. That ending of Luke Cage was pretty good, but Iron Fist might come back. We can't take that chance. So we go ahead and move it on over here. I'm excited about it. And I think it's kind of like what we were just talking about. Well, I was talking about the wrap it up type of thing. They've got these other properties now. They've got Fantastic Four and they've got X-Men, or at least the deal is finalizing. They've got to be done with the X-Men, Avengers stuff pretty soon. Like in the next 2 to 3 years, they need to get to a point where they can start to introduce the X-Men characters. And if you've got everybody that can potentially have a movie, that's just going to delay that. So I think it's a good idea to start taking some of the ones that may not necessarily have to have a movie and put them in something else. I'm excited to see it. Bucky and Falcon working together, I don't know how that would work as far as like who's Captain America. The rumor I heard is that Bucky would be Captain America and Falcon would be, going from one sidekick to the next.
Are you
You
serious?
know.
Well,
Yeah, but
wanna
I don't
see-
know. Maybe they'll both be Captains America. I don't know. I guess
I
we'll
don't know.
find out.
Yeah, I don't know if they want to bring. I don't really think they need to bring Captain America out right now. It's like they can just develop the characters. Like if there's a big, like everybody's like really tuning in to watch them. They're really popular, and then they
Hmm.
can kind of like phase it out who we want to be kind of taking that place of Captain America. Because they still got to kind of wait for Captain Marvel because they think Captain Marvel is going to be really big. They think that she's going to be able to take that role. We don't know. I never seen her act with everybody. I don't know how she's going to do with the rest of the superheroes. Like
Hmm.
I might not like her at all. I'm like, oh god, she's in this again. Like I hope she's awesome, but we don't know. So I
Right.
think they kind of need if Cap goes down on this movie, which we most likely are going
Right.
to see him go down.
When Cap goes down.
So when Cap goes down, so yeah,
I'm gonna cry
they
so
can just let that sink in. Let us get over that, and then no next year or so, then they have the mantle kind of turned over, and
Hmm.
they bring somebody else to take over.
Yeah, I think the whole series being that battle between who's going to be the next Cap. I think that could be compelling. To see you're seeing if it's 10 episodes long, and for 5 episodes apiece, you're seeing really them both lay out best examples of while they're both valiant and both capable of being Captain America. I think that would be interesting. Compelling to watch.
that could be all right. I would watch that. I would watch
Mm.
that series. That's
Mhm.
that's probably the only way that I would really pay attention to it if it's set up to be like okay, who's going to take over the mantle type.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That could be
And
good. Like, that
let
could
me
be
just let me just say real quick, I really need to see Winter Soldier back to where he was. Okay, this good guy stuff is fine. I need to see him ripping steering wheels out of cars again. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yes.
Winter
Yes.
Soldier was a
Why
serious
did he?
threat.
Why did he become so weak? I mean, did you see what he did on the Civil War when he turned bad? Like he broke out that chamber and everything. Like yeah, he
uh,
went. He was just throwing people out the way. So whatever he
hmm.
needs to do to turn like that when he fights, like and still be good, he needs to
Exactly,
turn that switch on. Leave that one
exactly.
on. Don't
And we
defocus
know
it.
that Falcon is the most underrated character because Falcon does so much, but he never gets the credit for it. I mean, he just be straight shooting people with missiles, sniping people from way away. Look, does not play around. So I'm very interested to see that. All right, I'm done.
yeah. I'm cool with all that. But what about this next chapter to uh Infinity War, or is it it's not gonna be Infinity War Part 2. It's just I guess it's just Avengers. What did you say it was called? They're calling it, Chuck?
Right
Annihilation.
now, online, they're saying this basically confirms it's going to be Annihilation. I don't know how that's what's going there. I have theories. People talking about it's going to be they're bringing in another character, another villain that Thanos is going to maybe have to team up with the Avengers to stop.
Mm.
Called it says somebody named Annihilation in the comics. I don't really know him, but he's supposed to be a pretty decent villain in the comics. So I heard that you know, they're going to bring another villain into this film. So I don't really know how Thanos' stance on here is going to change.
Mm,
You hear so many theories about this. It's so hard. It's like I don't even know what to think about it. Like I just need that trailer to drop so I can understand what's happening.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
So
True.
It's, it's
They definitely need to go ahead. I heard the trailer's supposed to drop this month. But dang, I thought Captain Marvel was coming out this year. It looks like it's not coming out till next year. But this is too long. It's too long. Like I know Infinity War just came out, but I'm like I need to go ahead and see the conclusion now. Like
yeah,
y'all know I didn't.
you don't get the conclusion, Danny. You don't even get you didn't like Infinity
you didn't
War.
like the first
So
one.
That's what
when
I'm
we were
saying.
watching it,
I
you
was so
just a
mad.
fan.
That's why though. That's because I was so let down by the movie. I feel like okay, y'all need to hurry up and make up for it because it wasn't like it's not complete. It's just that it's not complete. It's not that it was horrible. It was a decent film from Thanos's point of view, but it's not complete. The story's not done. So they need.
That's the reason you didn't like it is because they
It's
left on a
not.
cliffhanger.
Well,
Seriously?
that wasn't the only reason. I've gone over. I'm not gonna go back to that. I've gone over
Hey,
it many
we
times.
didn't get your review of the movie, so go ahead and expound on that. Why did you like the?
I reviewed it. I did review.
We did a live show. You weren't there. We had our guest, Marquise.
Right, you were on
there.
vacation again.
I talked about it on. Okay, so I talked about it on the next 3 shows, but so first of all, it just wasn't. It wasn't like it just wasn't complete. Second of all, it just wasn't good. No.
Lies.
No,
I'm a pass on that one.
While I was watching the movie, my whole thought was, all right, so you remember when they cut? I know y'all have heard all of the explanations of why it was bad, but the whole time I'm thinking, why didn't they just cut his arm off like they did with Color Obsidian? Like they cut your boy's arm off. Why wouldn't they? The whole time after they did that, I was like, that's what they're gonna do to get the gauntlet off of Thanos. Just use a little portal thing and cut his hand off, and then they would have it, and then that would be the end of the movie. And I think the thing that I like most about it was Thor's arc. Thor's arc was the dopest, but they didn't complete any of the Avengers arcs. Okay, so now that the movie is called Avengers, so it should be about the Avengers. But Thanos had an arc, but none of the Avengers had one. Like none of them completed their journeys. And it just seemed like
Gamora completed her journey.
Her journey was
real complete.
She should have ran. I still mad. Like, girl, don't laugh at the dude's about to kill you. Right. Something else. Don't do that one.
As soon as I was like, you stupid, Gamora, because as soon as your boy Red Skull explained what was going on, I'd have been like, oh no. I need to. I need space storm. I need to get that space on. I need to get out.
Call it for your boy. What's Star-Lord's name? What's his name?
Quill.
Star-Lord.
Quill.
But
yeah. And then
so you didn't like it because it wasn't completed.
It's not complete, but not just that it's not complete. It's just I know that it's not final because we talk about movies all the time, and we know that Black Panther made like $1 billion. So we know when Black Panther dies in a movie, it's not gonna stay that way. That's the thing that I hated. That's the thing that I hated the most about the Justice League movies. They just killed Superman, and then in the next movie they bring him right back. Like if you're gonna kill all these people off, it needs to at least be like final. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're really killing them off, it needs to have an impact. And I know that most of them are gonna come back because I know Spider-Man and Black Panther both have movies coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but you do understand that this is the source material, right? Like how would we make an Ace Blade movie with whoever dies in Ace Blade's movie because somebody dies because in every comic book character's gotta have somebody dies, and we just not have that person to die. Like you can't do Infinity War without half the population dying. That's part of it. You just can't, regardless of whether they're gonna come back or not.
Even if I never read it, I would already know that they were going to come back. And it was obvious the ones that they left standing were the original Avengers. Like I walked out of the theater saying, oh, they made this entire movie so that they can get back to the original Avengers so that they can have their shining glory moment. Okay, now this next...
I stand on the original Avengers.
I mean, most of the original Avengers. And then, what's her name?
No, it was all of them, plus some.
All of them,
yeah, it was all of them plus some. I was saying the other ones weren't, so they didn't take out. They left one Guardians of the Galaxy there to hold the mantle.
Yeah, and they needed Nebula because of the source material. So apparently, she might end up getting the gauntlet like she did in the comics. But it was just a letdown for me. I mean, there were so many other things like the story of it. Cap didn't get enough time. I'm a big Captain America fan. He was only in the movie.
He's gonna get all his time in this movie. Get gracious.
He's gonna get all the time.
He's gonna have 3 movies, ain't he? How many movies do he need?
Cap's movies are right. Just ones though.
And these are your 3 favorite movies.
I know. But listen, okay. We need to talk about this real quick. Captain America, yes, he's good in his movies, but is he really? It's like he don't really like. He can, if he's not fighting and he's just having dialogue, I'm sorry to say, I'm a little bored. I'm like ready for him to kind of go on. Like the goody two shoes boy all the time. Like he needs only dialogue that he can have is with Tony. He needs to have somebody on the opposite spectrum, like negative,
Right.
like combating each other for it to be good for him to be having a dialogue on that. Now him fighting, yes, I love to see him fighting, but like seeing Black Panther talk, like Black Panther to me, he kind of has a little bit of that same fatigue. Like if he doesn't have somebody combating him, somebody that's on the other spectrum, like the Killmonger side, I don't really know if he's very entertaining when it's just him having dialogue with another so character on the movie.
Because they're kind of like the true North characters. You already know what they're gonna say because they're always the good guy. They're always gonna go in this direction. Tony Stark, he's interesting because he might say anything.
Right.
But Cap and T'Challa are always gonna try to do the right thing at every moment and every decision. So yeah, they can be kind of boring, but that's not.
T'Challa ain't trying to do the right thing and every. You saw Civil War. He was trying to murder.
Well, yeah. When he was enraged, that was pretty good to T'Challa. Like they should have kept some of that with the Black Panther character. He probably wouldn't have got thrown over that waterfall like that. That was kind of
right.
To me, that's still the I guess the dopest villain. I guess I don't know how to say it, but just him throwing him and just talking smack as he falls in the water.
Yeah.
Like to his people, like to me, I was like, dang.
Is this your king?
He got played on his own movie.
He said
he got played on his own movie.
Yeah, to Killmonger. Thanos need to bring Killmonger back. In the next movie, make that happen.
He needs to come back.
So basically, Danny, were you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Are you done? You said you're done?
I'm done.
So so all your problems with the movie are you just have to be patient, man. Like everything that you talked about will be solved in the next movie. Like I can see why I can see why you want to see the second one, but that is no reason why to hate on the first one because those answers are coming in the second one. Because this is a 2-part series, so all of those arcs that you're talking about are going to be done in the second movie. They, all the Avengers have had character arcs, plenty of them. They've had their own movies. So this one, they had to introduce Thanos, and he did his own arc, and everybody else's arc is at least 2 movies long. As far as people dying and coming back, the number one thing is we don't have a clue how that's going to happen. And we know, yes, they're going to come back. But the other thing about it is that we also understand just by the nature of the Soul Stone itself, that somebody's going to be sacrificed. That's what makes it okay for me. Yes, I know Spider-Man and T'Challa are coming back, but I don't know who's going to die other than Drax. Say it again. We know that Drax is dying, but we don't know if Captain America's dying or is he going to be stuck in the past or is Tony going to die? Who's going to die, So there is going to be some trade-off here. And I'm going to tell you something. When those deaths happen, those deaths are going to stick. You know? So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I really truly believe that this next one is probably going to be the best superhero film of all time. Like it's going to be hard to take the #1 spot from Civil War for me because that movie is so good. But I really think this next one is going to take that top spot and hold it for a long time. So yeah, I'm excited about it. But so I guess we did the Avengers 4 news. I mean, it's coming up on 9 o'clock.
Real quick, do we have any theories on what do y'all think Avengers 4 is actually going to be about? Because we have time travel. We have what was the other? You had a question that you put on Facebook.
Multiple realities. It could be either them going into the quantum realm and discover an alternate. So this is what I'm thinking. The entire you saw I got excited. I'm sorry. Yeah. So in Ant-Man and the Wasp, they talked about when Goliath was what's his name? Morpheus was talking. He was talking about ghosts being entangled in other realities at the same time. Like her whole issue was that she was entangled in other realities, right?
Right.
So they open up, they just by putting that little dialogue in there, they open that up. And then at the end of the movie, they said, don't get caught up in a time vortex. So they opened that up also. So I think most likely it's gonna be both. Like it's gonna be both things, and it's gonna be crazy. But I think they're gonna see alternate versions of alternate universes where Tony's parents didn't die, you know, and what happened in that alternate universe, and then alternate universes where you know, Thanos didn't win, and you know, stuff like that. So I think it's just gonna be crazy. It's gonna be absolutely crazy. You're gonna see different versions of superheroes, like and then at the end of it all, I think everything is gonna get reset. It's gonna collapse to one universe, and then they're gonna introduce the mutants. They're gonna introduce Fantastic Four and all of that, and then we start over. Like I think it's gonna be the biggest reboot of all time.
That's smart. I never thought about that.
That's what
I'm not going to even begin to understand, because I mean, like all the theories that everybody proposed for Infinity War. Nope, we didn't. Nope, nope, we didn't do that. All the black people gonna live. Nope. Soul Stones in Wakanda.
We did
nope.
say that.
None of that stuff. So ain't no reason for me to even guess. I think it's the time stone. I think it's going to be in time, but that's all I got. I'm just going to sit and just wait and see what happens.
That's smart.
And on that note, let me just say real quick, I wish other people would do the same thing. Gosh, the internet is so annoying sometimes. It's like when people find out anything, they just want to let you know, let everybody, oh, look at this. Like, for example, we know that it might be new Avengers, like the movie might take place in the future. So, you know, we got we got the dude from Iron Man 3, the little kid, he's in there, and you got such and such person and all. I don't want to know any of that. Just let me see the movie. Like they just want to reveal everything that they know.
We want to figure it out. Gracious, who knows it? It's like, I mean, come on, it's like an addiction, man. It's like they've been pumping us full of this Marvel stuff for my whole adulthood. I just need to know what's going to happen. They left everybody dusted on the last one. I don't know how Black Panther's coming back. I know Spider-Man's going to be back because he done shot his next movie. So, but we don't know how he's going to be back. We've seen his villain and everything. So we know everything's going to be okay in the end. I don't know how they just dug that. I'm like, to me, it's like, y'all should just kind of just postpone that until this movie drop. If y'all going to just bring that out. Like, y'all just let us kind of know everything's going to be okay.
Yeah, right.
All on Instagram showing all kinds of videos.
They didn't try to hide nothing when they filming. They just film all out in the street. Hi, Spidey. What happened to you? How you get back? I don't know. I think.
Right. I'm going to tell you, the whole thing is a lie. Miles Morales is the main character, and all of this has been a big it's been a big detour.
That would be hilarious. So, but yeah, I'm excited to see. I will be watching, and I'm definitely going to do a reaction video to this Avengers trailer once it drops this month. So I'll be looking for that. Just as probably millions and millions of other people, it will probably break YouTube again.
It's gonna break all the records.
Heck yeah. Cool. So we got it. We got everybody to say what they want to say.
I think we got it.
I think we got it all. We appreciate all of y'all hanging out with us this week on another episode of Color Commentary. It is coming up on 9 o'clock, so you know it's about my bedtime. You see in my eyes, I'm ready to go to sleep.
Let's get excited again.
Yeah, let's just start talking about what is it? DC's. I'm about to watch that Titan show. I'm behind, but I'm about to catch up. I'm about to catch up on it. But next week, what are we reviewing next week?
We'll let you know.
We'll let you know. Check out our Facebook group page. That's where you can get the newest updates, and our fan page on Facebook. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook.
Twitter.
On Twitter. For y'all,
Tumblr.
For those of y'all that are on YouTube, go down in the description and you can see all our playlists. You can catch our old reviews and stuff like that. Find out that The Meg was the best movie of the year, and other things like that. So for Rashad and Chuck, y'all got any last words? Y'all want to do your sign outs?
I'm signing off.
Bye. Signing out. Oh, I want to say that come check us out at NC Comic Con next week, November 9th, 10th, and 11th, Durham, North Carolina. We're going to be out there. We got Ace Blade and Lumberjacks books. We got Black Scorpion, King Supreme, all kinds of stuff. Come see us if you're in Durham. Other than that, stay vigilant, my friends. I'm out. Rashad, can you give us the color commentary outro?
Of course, and also make sure to check out Block Band for your marching band when you get everything that you need, and also check me out on the Marching Podcast where we're talking about your marching band. That, guys, of course, has been our show. Danny always told us everything, so here we go. Of course, this is Color Commentary where we give you. Can y'all?
Nope.
Hear me?
I see you now.
Can you hear me?
I can see you.
You can hear me? I can't. I don't know what's going on. The connection is bad. It's something.
Did you get snapped?
Something is happening with the connection, and I don't know what's happening. It's views from a different side. Peace.
Peace.
All right, guys.